What's up, guys? It is really cold in my house today, and I low-key feel like I'm getting sick, so this is probably going to be a quick video. But Tft Set 16 dropped on PvE yesterday, and I got a few games in after work. And I just wanted to come on and talk about my first impressions, give some thoughts. I'm really excited for this set, and I feel like it's going to be good, so here we go. So the first thing I wanted to talk about was the changes to just like the shops and champion acquisition in general. They added an unlock mechanic in this set where you can build your team and then over time you unlock more units. So I played Yordle and I played Zon in my 2 games last night, and in the Yordle team I had to unlock Fizz and Kobuko and Ziggs, and I actually missed the unlock on Veigar because he's item dependent. But it was interesting. There were actually 3 people in my lobby that were building Yordle, so I was having a hard time hitting 3 stars. But I still enjoyed the component of unlocking the units over the course of the game, because one thing that happens in TFT, especially when there's like a defined meta, is people might go for the same comp over the course of the game. You might have, like, for example, in set 15, you might have 3 people that are trying to play Soul Fighter. And then it becomes really hard to acquire those units and build the team. But in this set, because of the unlock system, each trait has different unlockable units with different requirements. That vibe that you sometimes encounter of fighting people for units the whole game, I feel like that's going to be alleviated a bit by the fact that so many of the units are unlockable. Another first impression that I have is that this set will continue to follow the model of hyper carries being pretty strong in TFT consistently. Like I said, I only played a couple games, but hyper carry units were putting in a lot of work in those games, like Jinx and Yunara and Ziggs and Draven. I feel like we will continue to see play that's centered around hyper carries, and maybe like there'll be some variance in whether people identify the unlockable hyper carries as strong because you're not as in contest for them, or the carries that exist in the generic pool might come out on top because they're easier to roll for dupes first. As far as early impressions for like the meta, I don't really think I have anything to say because, like I said, I've only played a couple games, but the Noxus summon seems pretty strong out of the gate. Ziggs, like I said, seems like a really good unit. Ornn seems really powerful. Freljord, the whole trait, seems pretty good. I want to play a game on that so that I can understand how that works. But yeah, I just wanted to come on and give some first impressions. I know it's a short one, but I'm enjoying it so far. I think that there's going to be a lot of build diversity. There's going to be a lot of mixing and matching of traits, and that the unlock system is really going to help the game feel more novel every time you play.